Hello, everyone. Elizabeth here with Foundation Center. I'm joined today by Katie Bisbee, Chief Marketing Officer at Donors Choose, and Brian Breckenridge, the Executive Director with Box.org. They'll be our panelists for a webinar on October 18th, all about sustainable philanthropy models and learn how to interact with fast-growing companies who are shaping the social sector. So with that, I want to say thank you for joining me today. Brian, I'll pose to you our first question for today of what is your current experience with sustainable philanthropy models and why should we be paying attention?
Yeah, just the companies that I've joined over the past, what feels like 100 years have been Salesforce from when that first started up and I was there 10 years, and then LinkedIn was there for 3 years, and then Box for now almost 5 years. And in each of those organizations, we've tried hard to get our social impact agenda more tightly coupled with the company itself and its core competency. And so I've been responsible for architecting and contributing to the social impact models at those three cool tech companies. And so that's why I get really excited about webinars like this, because I want to share all the hundreds of companies that we've partnered with, and certainly the hundreds of nonprofit organizations as well that we have over the years with these new models.
Great, thank you for that. And Katie, I'll just shift over to you. If you had 30 seconds to give a nonprofit professional advice on how to approach a potential corporate partner, what would you tell them?
Sure. So we partner with models like this and with companies like Box. We really focus on what the company's core competency is and how that matches with what business need we have. So for example, we might engage with Box as kind of a consultant on how we scale or how we share content instead of just asking them to write a check.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything to add to that, Brian?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's right. I think the things that our CEO is thinking about as he thinks about our social impact goals is a little different than what one of our individual employees is thinking about that may be volunteering a lot with an organization. And so I think when you're doing your research, just really understanding the two different vantage points and then understanding what the organization's biggest objectives and pain points are, as well as your own, so that those things can all be well represented. And you've got a lot more surface area and a much richer fabric created when a partnership does form.
Absolutely. It has to work for both parties. So really understanding what your need is, but also what the need of the corporation is. I think that's really sound. What's one thing that participants will be able to do right after the webinar? They're really excited and they're ready to act. What would you recommend?
I mean, my quick recommendation here is if you've got 5 or 6 tech companies that you would love to partner with more and you love to solicit and get in a better relationship with, read the heck out of their recent blog posts, their websites, and anything else that's happening, not just their philanthropy sites or their foundations or their corporate social impact or responsibility, blogs or websites, but read the whole thing, get the bigger picture, and then maybe consider a revector of how you approach the company after you've got all that additional context.
Great. And I always like our audience to get to know our presenters a bit more on a personal level. So Katie, I'll ask you first. What's your favorite place in the world?
I think it's Paris.
I can see that.
Coffee, wine. What isn't there to love?
Fantastic. I get the feeling that you're a foodie. Brian, where do you like to relax?
Well, now she said relax, because when she was going to say favorite place, I love wine and cheese, so I might have to join Katie on her next trip there to Paris. But for me, it's the Florida Keys. Relaxing is synonymous with the Florida Keys for me. I've been going down there since 1981 when I was like really small, single digits. And my mom dragged us down to a timeshare that she got down there in the middle of the Keys. And I've probably been 30 or 40 times, and it always makes me feel the same way. It makes me feel more relaxed and connected and kind of come back to my roots. So the Florida Keys is my spot. And I sure hope that their recovery, is continuing after the big storms, but can't wait to get back down there here this year and check it out.
Absolutely. Well, now as fall starts to set in here in New York, we'll see where the next vacation spot calls to. Thank you so much for your time today. And I do let everyone know that they will be joining us and we'll be doing a much deeper dive on sustainable philanthropy models on October 18th. So be sure to save your spot before October 10th, as we do have early bird pricing. So make sure that you get those savings. If you're not able to join us on the 18th, rest assured that everyone who registers will also receive a recording of the webinar so they can view it on their own time. So we're so excited to have Katie and Brian with us later on this month, and we're excited for you to join us as well. Take care.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.